Spoiler alert, I am not a professional photographer or videographer, and yet I make my own videos and show up online like this. And it's not always easy. I say awkward things. I blur randomness out of my mouth. Sometimes what I say might not make sense, but I do it. And I do it because I'm wanting to express a purpose, a point, a meaning, a message to you that it's okay to express yourself, helping you to be able to understand about some things about art therapy and some things about like the work that I do to help people to work through emotions, to be able to express themselves fully, really. And I think like if that happens, but when people can regulate their nervous system, when they can process trauma and other experiences, when they become really self-aware. And talking about these things hasn't been easy. Over the years, I've nipped in and out of making videos. I've tended to kind of shy away from talking about my offers, and it's been awkward. And actually, sometimes most of the time I don't plan the videos, and like contrary to what some other people have suggested that I do, plan your videos, like it's not going to happen. I'd rather just be a bit more freestyle. And that's because I want to show up as me. I don't want to show up as like something that kind of feels really false and feels really artificial. And that's the sort of thing that like when you're making art, you can kind of adapt and adopt this principle. When you're making art, you don't have to be a professional artist to make art, in the same way that I don't need to be a professional weightlifter to go to the gym and lift weights, or a professional runner to go out for a jog. That you can do all of those things, and there's not a extreme of you're either not doing it, or you're having to be an expert and a professional with it. All of those things in the middle. We can try out lots of different hobbies and do loads and loads of different activities. Ask for help for things if you need to, or just like have a go, give it a shot. And somebody earlier today was asking me about how do you overcome that fear of showing up on camera and talking about making things, like if you're not quite sure, if you feel a bit awkward. And in one way I just sort of went, haha, sort of feel the fear and do it anyway. And actually I found myself thinking, well, actually, hang on, that's a bit dismissive, but there is a truth in it of just showing up regardless. And like, I promise to you forever, I will continue to be inconsistent in how I show up. And actually, to heck with anyone that says you have to do things consistently, because I guarantee that I will be inconsistent all my life. And hopefully that will resonate with some people and you'll like that. But I'm not into this kind of thing of it has to be perfect. So part of that kind of narrative as well, the feedback I was saying is sometimes I get scared of showing up online because I have been a bit lazy and I've maybe been wearing the same top for an extra day, or I'm wearing the same top, or I haven't had a shower that day and I just look scruffy. So then I'm like, I don't want to show up online and talk online while I'm looking scruffy. So then those are the times that I would maybe make something. I'm kind of, hey, do the drawing, and here's the drawing. And actually, it's helpful to do a doodle and to draw and demonstrate how you're drawing and to do all of that. But yeah, this is my, what's it called? Lost the words again. Disclosure to you that sometimes when I'm making art like that, it's because I haven't washed my hair. Anyway, nobody needs to be perfect. You have the right to show up or to not show up. You can go back into your cave or your shell if you're not feeling like being 100% on board every single day. And then other times you can step out and shine. A flower does that. A flower does that. Sometimes they like out like this. Ta-da! Like my sunflowers are starting to grow now. But then they're not like that all the time. And that's absolutely fine. This is how life works. We've got these ups and downs. And I think it's been genuine. That makes you you. It makes you show up authentically, rather than show up a false sense of who you are on those off days, when actually sometimes you have to show up on the off days. That's fair. But pretending that you are okay when you're not okay, all that does is hold that energy inside your body. And if you know that you're not feeling okay and you show up anyway, then there's a courage in that. And sometimes that can help you to feel better. Like the other month I went to the gym and I wasn't feeling it. I was feeling really sad at the beginning of this year. And I was really tearful walking to the gym. And I was crying walking through the door of the gym. And I didn't feel better walking out. Like, I don't think I've ever been to the gym other than that time and not kind of enjoyed it in the end, or not felt that it was worthwhile doing. But that was one of those times, very, very few moments, probably like 99.9% of time, that I do something that I don't feel like doing. It turns out to be right. It turns out to be fine in the end. But that the difference between your reasons and your excuses. And hopefully this will resonate with a few people, that can give you a bit of some validation to your fears of how you might show up, but also a little bit of a inspiration that you can do it. I've talked like nonsense for 7 minutes now, so I'll finish off by a little poem. It goes like this. Fishes in the sea, fishes in the sea, oh what glee, swimming happily. Fishes in the sea, fishes in the sea, oh what a fright when the whale bites. That was unplanned, but yeah, there you go. Happy days. Let's see you later. Bye.